So back in 2023, I was falsely arrested. They was looking for somebody. The guy that they was looking for, obviously we have the same first and last name, but we have different middle names. This person that they was looking for in South Carolina, I don't even know if they ever found him, but I was riding with my buddy one night. We had just left the Mexican restaurant and they pulled him over for a tail light. So when the officer came up, she knocked on the window and she asked me, "Can I get your ID?" And I said, "Sure." So at the same time, the other officer was questioning the driver because the tail light was broke. But in the midst of all of this happening, the driver, he couldn't find the proof of insurance. He was driving his mom's car. So, of course, they call for backup, the normal protocol. Next thing you know, the officer comes back and knocks on the window and tells me to step out of the car. And it's like the whole world just stopped. I was like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "Well, it's showing that you have a warrant for your arrest. You've been wanted since 2011. And I was like, "Can't be. I've worked Fortune 500 company jobs. I've drove for FedEx. I've did a lot of stuff that requires major backgrounds. There's no way I could have been wanted." And so she cuffs me. She takes me to the front of the car. And she tells me, she said, "Well, you're not being arrested. You're just going to be detained." And then, she was having trouble verifying some of the information. She came back. She asked for my social security number and my birth date, which was kind of odd because if y'all had the right information, and that would have indicated that y'all had the right person. So why am I providing, some of my demographic information? And so you can hear on the body cam video, she says to me, she say, "Well, we might have to let you go because they're having trouble validating or verifying that it's you." So in my mind, I was like, "Cool, that'd be good if they let me go." And so she asked for my social. I gave her my social. And then she came back and she was like, "Well, it's showing that you are such and such, and we had to take you in." So they take me in, which was strange. They took my photo. They let me make a call. I sat in the holding cell. The next morning, they opened up the gate and just let me go. They never showed me a warrant. I never seen a judge. I never seen a clerk. I never seen anybody. Like, they literally just opened up the gates and said, "You're free to go." They dropped the charges the next day or whatever. And then they tried to cover up what happened. As it stands right now, there is no official record of a hearing ever. So now that I'm filing the lawsuit, I hired a lawyer to represent me. Come to find out, I believe that the lawyer conspired with the defendants. He was trying to force me to take a low settlement offer. Then he quit on me. Watch for part